A child from the Yanomamo tribe who lived in the rainforest knelt over the sleeping man. He murmured in his ear, "Señor, when you awake, please look upon us all with new eyes." The man awoke with a start. Before him stood the rainforest child, and all around him, staring, were the creatures who depended upon the Great Kapok Tree. What wondrous and rare animals they were! I'd like you to look at the expression on the man's face as he gazes in wonder around the rainforest. Do you think he suddenly realized how precious the resource is? From the look on his face, I would say that he has had an epiphany. Can you say that word? Epiphany. An epiphany is when somebody suddenly realizes that they were wrong about something, or they suddenly realize that something is a fact which they never realized before. It's almost like a bit of a light bulb going ding above somebody's head. Good stories often have a central character or a secondary character who has an epiphany, a sudden moment of realization. The man looked about and saw the sun streaming through the canopy. Spots of bright light glowed like jewels amidst the dark green forest. Strange and beautiful plants seemed to dangle in the air, suspended from the Great Kapok Tree. The man smelled the fragrant perfume on their flowers. He felt the steamy mist rising from the forest floor. But he heard no sound, for the creatures were strangely silent. The man stood and picked up his axe. He swung back his arm as though to strike the tree. Suddenly he stopped. He turned and he looked at the animals and the child. What do you think he's thinking? Let's see what happens. He hesitated. Then he dropped the axe and walked out of the rainforest. That is the end of Lynn Cherry's story, The Great Kapok Tree. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you agree with me that it's a happy ending. We started this story with a man who had been told by his boss to cut down the tree. He fell asleep on the job. And whilst he was asleep, different creatures from the rainforest, including a human eventually, reasoned with him in his ear their different reasons for him not to destroy the tree. Eventually, he seemed to get the message, didn't he? Perhaps subliminally, that information went in through his ear. And when he woke and was about to pick up his axe, he suddenly realized that it was wrong. He had what was the word? What's that word when somebody has a sudden realization that they were wrong all along? He had an epiphany. He had an epiphany, a moment where he realized, oh my goodness, I'm wrong. I need to do something about this.